Hull Kingston Radio is a brand new community-run radio station serving the Hull area. This programme follows the weeks leading up to the launch and the all-important first broadcast.
2015 will be the year that community radio in Hull just got interesting.
Get ready for the launch.
Good morning. Welcome to Hull Kingston Radio 107.4. I'm Pete Mills. Well, it's a vision to bring something to East Hull in terms of radio that it hasn't had before and make it sound the way I think it should sound and have the people involved that I think are the right characters to be involved.
Pete Mills has had years of experience in radio, but this is his chance to run things the way he wants and build a real community station from the ground up. Today sees the arrival of the studio apparatus.
Pete's got the right idea. And what this basically does, one of these sits in the rack room behind you. The signal goes across to the transmission point and then it goes to the transmitter. And then it's out.
When it comes to complex broadcasting equipment, Pete is a technical guru, but today appears to be having problems at a base level.
John, speak to me. Hello, F calling John. Ground control to John Gibbons, are you there? No, my phone's just died on me, that's fine. Quite frankly, a good number of LFC fans have seen past the name and where we are. And it is a radio station and it is going to provide a service. So any Hull City fans, I am not showing any allegiance to either of the rugby teams. I'm an Hull City supporter. Let's get that straight away. In fact, if truth be known, I'm not the world's greatest rugby fan. I never have been. I'm a football fan. I'm a Hull City fan from sins. We rely on the goodwill and the hours given by our volunteers, and without our volunteers we would be nothing. There's nobody at this station is bigger than the station itself, and that includes me.
Of all the radio stations in Hull, we're one of them. Hull Kingston Radio. It's one Oliver station.
It's Pete Mills on the jam. On the way, we have an entire American state singing a song for us. Katie Tunstall sings about her two favourite pubs, and some band or other are trying to find a needle in an haystack. Find out who they are after this.
Despite the radio market being as crowded as it is, Pete gives an insight into why he thinks there's a gap for Hull Kingston Radio to fill.
There's still plenty of space in the market for a good station that's packed full of different personalities and good music. Plays good music, not the same 300 tracks over again and over and over again. This is what we've got here. I think we've got the makings of an absolutely fantastic radio station that is just going to rock it, hopefully.
Pete is training Terry, a nightclub DJ who has volunteered to present a show on the station.
Here's a quick update on your weather this afternoon. It's quite windy outside, sun shining, it's very deceivable, so make sure your arse all wrapped up.
Pete shares his years of wisdom and gives Terry a few pointers on his presentation technique.
I'd enter the station, it's Hull Kingston Radio 107.4 FM. It's Terry McKay, it's Les, Tuesday night, how are you doing, blah blah blah, a bit of chat and just say, I made a boo-boo by saying I'd like to listen to your text.
Yeah.
I think Terry's done absolutely brilliant today. Terry, as it is, with him being a DJ, he's used to working with a crowd in front of him. When you're working as a DJ in a nightclub, so forth, if something's not working, you can change it. You know what I mean? You can change it to fill the floor. A radio station, you can't do that because you can't see your audience.
I'm feeling a lot more relieved now than when we first walked in this morning. We put the news fader up and put the wrong fader up, and we missed a couple of seconds of the news. Managed to get it back on track. So I thought that was my first mess up. And you know what they say, it always comes in threes. The second one came along not too long after. Just sort of picking up on what daily events is going on, just talking about it. Once you've got the reaction coming in from the members of the public, then you can feed off that. It is all about the local area. It's not about something in a different town, a different area. It is all about Hull. It's Hull people on the radio, and it's all about the Hull area.
Anybody that we put on air, it's an incredibly proud moment because it's giving people an opportunity, to learn a different skill and to get the first proper step on the ladder in the radio industry, and it's hard to get in. It's an hard industry to get into. It's even harder to keep in it. And now they've, a lot of the big groups of acts, the late night and the overnight presenters, they've got to get their new blood from somewhere, and where they will get it from is from community radio stations, exceptionally good community radio stations like us.
Edwin Starr, contacts. That's exactly what I'm going to tell you how to do. 715-105 on the telephone if you fancy giving us a call, telling us what your moments was in the 70s.
Hull Kingston Radio. It's the station all your friends are listening to. And if they're not, then they're no friends of yours.
Today he's overseeing the installation of the transmission equipment.
Up there by the looks of it. This gentleman is Ian Nicklin from Transplan, the transmitter engineers, and what have you. Ian, just for the uninitiated, could you actually tell us what Transplan as a company do?
We do everything, literally the whole thing. If somebody says, we'd like a radio station, please, we can take it right from there to having them on air.
Which is marvellous stuff for any new radio station like Hull Kingston Radio. Anyhow, what is basically is going to happen at this end of the in the grand scheme of things?
We need to get your studio signal from your studio over to the transmit site, which is on top of the block of flats over there.
Yep.
And then that goes into the transmission and processing system there, and then becomes an FM signal. Easy as that.
Easy as that.
Easy as that.
While the dish is being installed, next on the list is a 2-mile trip to the transmission site to install another microwave dish.
Down at the transmission site, we've been up there already. You've obviously seen what the situation is up there. Do you anticipate any problems with the installation, Phil?
The only thing that I can see really happening is we've got to be a bit cautious because of the rad hazard up on top, because there's already a lot of stuff up there. We've identified a site, and now we're just cutting a pole to length to get into the lift. It's a little bit smaller than what we first thought, but I'm sure we'll get over that problem. Just unload the transmission equipment, get the microwave dish up, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll.
Right, this is about as far as you can go. We can't get you any further due to the council even, trying to bend their arm. They won't have it, so you're going to have to stay down here. And I've got to put this papoose on and film things.
Newly appointed camera operator Pete now has the task of filming up on the roof of the block of flats. A difficult enough task on its own, but for a man with a dislike for heights, it's a chance to show his commitment to the station.
That's where our transmission point's going to be. I'll take you to where the lads are now. I don't know about you two, because I know you do this for a living, but I am absolutely crapping myself. I hate heights. Does that mean I've got to go up there? Oh God.
They're going to lose them. They're going to fly off.
Proud moment. The transmitter's up. And even the sun's come out to greet it.
With Pete's filming work done, there's just time for a quick photo on his mobile before heading back down to ground level to calm his nerves.
Hull Kingston Radio. It's what Hull's been waiting for. Yeah, well, that and an IKEA.
The launch day has arrived and Pete is as excited as a toddler on caffeine. He gathers the troops for a final pep talk and explains the running order for the day.
I looked out the window this morning, there's Garrison Road deep in front of me, and I can see right down to the bridge, and if you thought about it, I was looking at it thinking, do you know what? In 2 hours' time, all those people, could be listening. And when you think about it, you're thinking, God. And as far as we're concerned, we're speaking to one person, and that one person is up.
Connor and Sean are in the car and they're like, put on Dad's station, and then played a song Sean didn't like. He's like, turn off Dad's station.
Me and Dave are opening up the station. Fiona has the first proper live show. Later on this afternoon, around about 2 o'clock, it's like a presenter's free-for-all for a couple of hours, where anything could happen. And there'll be music played as well.
Someone somewhere pushes a big red button and Hull Kingston Radio is finally live on air. Pete and Dave have the privilege of being the first voices heard on the FM airwaves to a captivated radio audience.
Good morning. Welcome to Hull Kingston Radio 107.4. I'm Pete Mills.
And I'm Dave Nightingale, and 18 months, 50 grand, and an idea from the bloke sat opposite me. And this is it. We're here. We're live. This is not a test hall. This is it. We're here.
We're here.
Finally.
For a long, long time.
And the rest.
And as they say, it could be the greatest day It's Hull Kingston Radio 107.4 FM. I'm Pete Mills, and that's the boy band that went away, came back a man band, and ended up a trio. Take that, the greatest day, and it is a great day. Good afternoon, Lee Templeman.
Afternoon, Pete. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm still buzzing. I'm still here, but I've been awake all night. I'm sort of like caffeined up. So
I know. I got the text at 3 o'clock this morning.
Oh dear me. So what a day! What a day for a launch this day. What a launch that was this morning, wasn't it?
Fantastic.
The launch has attracted the attention of local news, and Pete is a man in demand. Everyone wants to know the story of the station, and Pete is ever willing to tell it.
Well, this morning we've just launched the station at 9 AM this morning. It's the culmination of 18 months hard work. We've put this radio station together. We've got volunteers, absolute fantastic group of volunteers. I couldn't have wished for a better team of people. They are tremendous. This station is going to go places. It really is going to go places. A lot of work's gone into it. Still a lot of work to do. The people that I've put in place, presenter-wise, it's not their ability, even though they are good. It's the characters that are making the place. It's people that are deliberately putting people together that I think they can work together. The people of Hull have taken this station to the heart, and it is very much what it says on the tin. It is a station for the communities in Hull. This is Hull Kingston Radio, 107.4 FM.
Serious broadcasting.
Good grief.
The launch day has been a huge success, and even for a man who has a constant smile on his face, it's clear to see that Pete is really buzzing. It's been a long time coming, but the future is looking good for Hull Kingston Radio to make new waves in the community.
On FM, online and on your mobile, this is Hull Kingston Radio 107.4 FM.